Good morning, TC families. Welcome to Game 3 here at the Minnesota NIT Showcase. Today we're at the National Sports Center in Blaine, Minnesota. Team Colorado Ladies in White set to take on the St. Louis Blues. Team Colorado coming off a tough day yesterday, 2-3-0 losses to both Culver Academy and the Minnesota Red Elite. Looking to bounce back here this morning. Gain some goal production back. Starting for Team Colorado on the right side, Beatrix Wiedmeyer. At center, Lena Kelly. Left wing, Finley Sherman. Left defense, Reagan Rieken. Right defense, Emily Visa. And between the pipes, Sophia the Showstopper Samora. Team Colorado in control off the opening faceoff. Dumps it down into the blue zone. Over on the far side board, Visa comes down off the point, keeps the play alive deep in the blue zone. Sherman shovels that back to Rieken. A little tough to handle for Rieken. Pass and collected back in the TC zone. Behind Samora, Rieken takes a bit of a dump on that battle behind the net. Gets some help from Visa. Back to Rieken over on the far side corner. Good pass up to Wiedmeyer, lets it go out to center. TC on the change gives Blues the time for a breakout. Through center and back into the TC zone. Blues turn to change. Egan collects at 14, Colorado. Short pass up to Chotfix Chase. Cross ice to Mainwaring. She'll chip it into the blue zone. Blues collect that down below their goal line. Chotfix Chase intercepts the D-to-D pass behind the goal line. Back to Mainwaring. Now Mainwaring looking for the pass out front. Had Chotfix Chase. Couldn't quite connect. Long keeps it alive for Team Colorado. Takes a bit of a bump there from the Blues winger. Now Chotfix Chase. Couldn't quite keep that blue line. Long backs it up real quick. Short pass to Mainwaring. Mainwaring into the St. Louis zone. Takes a shot hard off the leg pad, looking for that rebound. Mainwaring will chip that back down below the goal line and go for the change. Brennick off the bench and on the attack. Chips one past the, looking for the shot, couldn't quite get a handle on that. Centering pass picked off there by St. Louis, kept alive by Egan. Short over to Deckers, now up top for Pugh. Little dance, quick shot, just wide left. Off the backboard, almost bouncing out front. Battle for it at the side of the net. And it'll be held by the St. Louis goaltender for the whistle. Couple quick chances for Team Colorado right off the bat here. TC still looking for their first goal of the tournament. Hoping to find that here in Blaine this morning. Face off to the right of the St. Louis goaltender. St. Louis will take possession. Back behind their goal line, trying to feed it up the far side board. Stopped there by Brennick. Punch back down into the corner. Now Masiello trying for the short pass to Brennick, put just wide of the net. St. Louis recovers back behind their own goal line. Now out of the near side corner, St. Louis has some room. Moving out to center over on the far side. They'll dump it down deep into the TC zone. Picked up by Riedlinger. She'll go across to Pugh. Short pass up to Brennick. Brennick looking to connect with Masiello. Stopped short there by St. Louis. The Blues regrouping out at center. Trying to send it back down deep into the TC zone. Collected there by Pugh in front of the TC bench. Selena Pugh. Short pass up to Deckers and chipped into the blue zone. Sang-Chung Pukin off the bench. Coming in on the forecheck with Kelly. Now stopped up short. Choi trying to keep that inside the blue zone. They'll have to back it up and regroup at their blue line. Sang-Chung Pukin takes a pass from Pugh, chips it into the St. Louis zone. St. Louis player lost it in the corner. Kelly looking for that loose puck. Rieken trying to keep that pinned in the St. Louis zone. The Blues now trying to get something set up inside the TC zone. Kick forward by Visa. Blues keep the zone out. Pass picked off by Bella Choi. Choi working into the blue zone on the left side. Dumps it down deep. Looking for Sang-Chung Pukin in the far side corner. Blues able to clear it back out to center. Now TC back for the change. Walsh off the bench, looking for the attack. Almost picks off that breakout pass. Visa collects it near the TC blue line, backs out, creates some room across to Rieken. Rieken's going to bank it off the boards, looking for Wiedenmeyer, couldn't quite connect. Now Visa collects it once more out at center. Pass up to Sherman. Sherman's going to chip that into the blue zone. She'll collect it at the blue line once more. Walsh finds Sherman. Sherman in the slot. Backhand shot. Couldn't get enough on it. Save made by the St. Louis goaltender. Loose puck still out front. Now collected by Rieken. Rieken's shot on the bouncing puck. Couldn't quite get enough sauce on that. Rieken once more from the right side. Puts one in on net. Deflected up high, but a glove save made by the Blues goaltender and held for the whistle. Team Colorado trying to maintain some pressure inside the blue zone and generate some offensive chances. Walsh, Sherman, Wiedenmeyer up front for Team Colorado. Wong and Egan back on the points. Face on one back to Egan. Tries to push it deeper into the blue zone. Blues able to chip that out to center. Collected by Huang. Huang being pressured deeper into the TC zone. Sends it across for Sherman. Sherman's pass in the second. St. Louis looking for the shot from the high slot, but good strong play there by Meredith Egan. Breaks up that chance. A loose puck out front. Backhand shot just wide of the net. I don't believe Samora had to make a save on that. That went wide. St. Louis maintaining the zone. Shot blocked by their own player. Battle for it back behind the TC net. Wong comes away with it. She'll chip it out to center ice. DDD pass for St. Louis on the regroup. Well, they'll back it up all the way into their zone. Masiello off the bench looking to intercept that pass attempt. Egan this time will collect it. Gets it up to Chotfitz Chase. Has some room on the left side on the St. Louis change. Trying to put one in on net, deflected wide. Now up top for Pugh. Pugh's shot attempt blocked by St. Louis. She'll have to back it up out to center. Looking to connect with Masiello. Lets it go into the blue zone. Now the Blues back behind their own net. Sending it up the far side board, kept alive deep by Selena Pugh. Dumped on the play, Pugh also lost the puck by two St. Louis players. And St. Louis will advance out to center. They'll dump it down deep into the, and all of a sudden, Team Colorado's gonna get a penalty for about the same as what happened to Pugh. But this time, Team Colorado comes up short on that, gets the gate. Lila Masiello will sit for two on an interference call with 8:45 left to go here in the first period. We are still scoreless in Game 3 of the Minnesota NIT Showcase here at the National Sports Center in Blaine. Faceoff will be to the right of Samora. Rieken and Visa have duties on the back end for Team Colorado on the PK. Lena Kelly and Lauren Deckers up front. Team Colorado would need to kill this penalty off to maintain their offensive momentum they had generated early in the game. Battle for it in the near side corner. Kelly comes away with it and sends it down the length of the ice. Will have to be turned aside by the St. Louis goaltender. Deckers, aggressive pursuit here on the PK. Wins that battle. Pass across, looking for Kelly. Couldn't quite connect on that. Now Rieken will send it down deep. Deckers is going to collect it here in the near side corner. She'll bounce it off the backboard, killing precious time off the penalty clock. St. Louis collects a breakout pass. Potential 2-on-1 here. Rieken making the play against the St. Louis advance. Steps into the Blues player and is unfortunately going to come away with another penalty here for Team Colorado. That's going to give St. Louis a two-player advantage for 1:09. Another interference call against Reagan Rieken. We'll join Masiello to talk about the weather in the penalty box. Faceoff will be deep in the TC zone to the left of Samora. TC wins that draw, and they'll send it the length of the ice. Walsh will have the duties up front with Riedinger and Hong on the back end. St. Louis on the move through center into the TC zone on the right side. Long trying to keep the play on the outside. St. Louis player dancing around, pass up top, shot, hits a couple of bodies. I don't think that made it through to Samora. St. Louis still with control back at their blue line now on the left side. Pass across. One-timer attempt fanned on. No shot there from St. Louis. Once more up top, this time on the right side. Pass across to the left. Over. Now in the middle, back to the right side from the sideboard, now up top. St. Louis still in control with patience on their passing. 15 seconds left to go in the first penalty to Masiello. Another one-timer attempt fanned on again. Didn't even make it to the net. St. Louis player loses a footing. Back up top once more for the Blues. Now to the left side. Looking for the shot. Makes its way out front, tipped. Wong says, get out of my goalie's face. A few exchanges there right in front of Samora after she made the save and held for the whistle. Masiello back out of the box. TC gains a player back. Just 48 seconds left in the interference call to Rican. Before Team Colorado gains full strength. Walsh will take the faceoff for Team Colorado. Chotwicz Chase also out to kill this penalty on the forward side. Wong looking for it over on the sideboard, ties it up. St. Louis comes away with it. Gets around one player. Chotwicz Chase trying to get a stick on that. St. Louis still in control inside the TC zone. Trying to send a shot towards the net, blocked there by Riedlinger. Riedlinger's going to chip it out and down. Chotwicz Chase is going to get there first. She'll eat it in the corner, trying to kill some time. Trying to make her way out front. Has a chance here on the short-handed shot attempt. Save made by the St. Louis goaltender. Now just 10 seconds left in the penalty to Rican. Brennick takes a pass, has some room, scores! Piper Brennick gets TC's first goal of the NIT showcase. A bittersweet goal as Piper, the Bulldog Brennick, actually played a season for the St. Louis Lady Blues. A little poetic justice for Piper here. TC is on the board. Shorthanded goal with just 5 seconds remaining. Penalty to Rican. We'll take it. Face off out at center. Egan steps in, dumps that back down into the St. Louis zone. Team Colorado back to full strength. St. Louis, long pass for the breakout. Taken there by Masiello in front of the Blues bench. Egan backs it up to Pugh. Pugh looking for Brennick, just off the mark. Icing waved off here. St. Louis will need to collect it back behind their own goal line. Sancton Pupin on the forecheck, gets some help from Brennick. Pass made up the near side board. Almost kept alive. St. Louis Brescian trying to get back into the TC zone. Delayed offside here, gives Team Colorado some room. Pugh connects a pass to Sancton Pupin over on the far side. She'll dump down into the blue zone. Gets tripped up on the play right in front of the referee. After the dump in, no call. Masiello grabs a quick one from the near side corner from the sharp angle, and a save made by the Blues goaltender. Now Sherman goes to work in the near side corner. St. Louis able to chip it out to center. Visa getting pressured by two St. Louis forwards. Comes away with it. Visa's got some room. Makes her way into the St. Louis zone. Cuts to the right side. Shot! Low and hard. Generates a rebound. Sherman was just a step behind on that one. But with Kelly trying to keep it alive inside the St. Louis zone. St. Louis will get it out to center. Visa picks it up for TC. She'll punch it deep down into the blue zone. Kelly in pursuit on the forecheck. Back behind the St. Louis goal line. Gets some help from Wiedemeyer. Pushes it to Sherman. Sherman's pass just off the near side post. St. Louis able to clear out to center. Visa battling for it right in front of the TC bench, and an offside call. Give both teams a breather. 3:57 left to go here in the first period. Team Colorado up by a score of 1-0 on a shorthanded goal from none other than Piper, the Bulldog Brennick. Walsh, Mainwaring, and Chotwicz Chase now out for Team Colorado. Pugh and Riedlinger on the back end. Mainwaring taken down up against the board, but offside will be the call. Face-off will be just outside the Team Colorado zone. Walsh peels in for the face-off. St. Louis wins that draw, trying to get it dumped deep into the Team Colorado zone. From the far side corner, they'll send it around. Mainwaring collects it. Pass off the mark, kept in by St. Louis, dumped towards the net, and another shot. Glove save made by Samora and held for the whistle. Walsh, Chotvic, Chase, and Mainwaring stay out for Team Colorado. Walsh will take the face off to the right of Samora, deep in the TC zone. Tied up off the dot, St. Louis comes away with possession. Drop pass back to the left side point, shot just wide right. St. Louis pushes that back down below the TC goal line. Pugh trying to connect with Chotvic, Chase, trapped up by traffic over on that far side board. Now, St. Louis player has a chance trying to come out to the slot, but couldn't quite connect. Down Riedlinger picks off a shot attempt, connects with Chotvic, Chase, breakaway, shot score! Maya Chotvic, Chase, goal number 2 for Team Colorado. Lexi Riedlinger blocks the shot right on the tape and connects with Chotvic, Chase through center. Breakaway goal for Maya Chotvic, Chase. 2-0 now for Team Colorado with 2:57 left to go here in the first period. We have signs of life. Masiello, Choi, and Sangchung Pupin now for Team Colorado. Huang and Egan on the back end. Team Colorado takes possession off the face-off. Choi couldn't quite hold that line. Egan's got to back it up inside the TC zone. Pressure from St. Louis. Egan now back behind Samora. Looks for Sangchung Pupin over on the far side board. Taken down on the play. Masiello collects the puck. Tries to connect with Choi. Choi from the near side board. Pushes it down below the St. Louis goal line. St. Louis connects a short pass over on the far side board. They'll chip it out to center. Collected by Huang back inside the TC zone. Pass deflected over to Egan. Egan's pass blocked by St. Louis back into the TC zone. They'll chip it towards Samora. Goes just wide right. Good tie up there by Egan. No room for St. Louis. Centering pass. No shot of Samora. Blocker save made. Sangchung Pupin battling for it along with Masiello. In the far side corner, Huang steps in trying to collect that loose puck. Picked up by St. Louis though. Now from the right side point, shot out front, deflected by traffic. Not sure that got through to Samora again. Another shot, loose puck. Samora stretching to the far side post. St. Louis now trying for the centering pass once more. Now from the high slot, shot, score! St. Louis takes advantage of all kinds of traffic out front. Found his shooting lane from the point in the high slot and puts it up over the shoulder of Samora. And St. Louis is on the board, cutting TC's lead in half. 2-1 now, TC, with 1:30 left to go here in the first period. Kelly on the face-off after St. Louis's goal. Pressure from Deckers as St. Louis trying to get back into the TC end. St. Louis with control on the near side board. Now another shot from the slot. This time save made by Samora and held for the whistle. Face-off will be inside the TC end to the left of Samora. Nina Kelly with the draw. Deckers and Brennick on the wings. Visa and Rieken on the back end. Kelly trying to poke that back out to center ice, but St. Louis maintaining the zone. Deckers now will scoop up that loose puck and chip it out to center. Goes through the St. Louis defender. Back down into their zone. Brennick on the hunt with the forecheck. Deckers looking to intercept that pass, causing some trouble here over on the near side board. Brennick now working with Kelly out of the corner. Kelly short pass to Brennick. Brennick's got a quick little shot and a save made by the Blues goaltender and held for the whistle. Nice small area pass there from Kelly to Brennick for another shot and scoring opportunity for Team Colorado. Face-off will be to the right of the Blues goaltender. 40.2 seconds left on the clock in the first period. Sherman, Walsh, and Wiedemeyer now for Team Colorado. One back to Riedlinger, across to Pugh. Pugh shot just wide right. Sherman collects it, and the pass out front. Couldn't quite find the stick of Wiedemeyer. And play is blown dead. Net off its pegs. And we'll have a face-off deep inside the blue zone to the left of their puck stopper. Walsh with the draw, ties it up. Wiedemeyer tries to send one across. Good second effort there by B. Wiedemeyer. Battling for it here on the near side board. St. Louis gets it chipped out to center. Riedlinger, too much pressure from the two Blues players in advance and offside. As the Blues were one step too early. .14 seconds left to go here in the first. Face off just outside the TC zone. Walsh tries to chip that over to Sherman, rather. Now Wiedemeyer's got a chance here as the clock winds down. Short pass to Walsh, couldn't quite connect. St. Louis breaks that up, stays out of trouble here in the late waning seconds of the first period. Great game to start off with. Team Colorado will take a break for an ice make with a 2-1 lead over the St. Louis Lady Blues. We'll be back for the second period. All right, TC Nation, welcome back for the second period. The ladies in white ready to go. We'll start the second with the B. Wiedmeyer, Lena Kelly, Finley Sherman up front, Belina Huang, Meredith Egan on the back end of the blue line, and between the pipes once more, Sophia, best showstopper Samora. 2-1 lead for Team Colorado, working our way into the second period. First goal, a shorty from the shorty. Piper Brennick opened the scoring for TC finally here in the Minnesota NIT Showcase. Followed up by a breakaway goal from Maya Chafetz-Chase. Blues responded with one of their own. And now we're ready for the second period. Face-off controlled by Team Colorado. Huang's pass to Sherman deflected into the Blues end. Kelly digging for it back behind their goal line. Wiedmeyer comes up with it in the near side corner, taken there by the Blues. Pass off the mark, but through center down into the TC zone. Icing waved off. Egan, pressured by two Blues forecheckers. Pass out to the slot, deflected up high. Now collected by Sherman from Wiedmeyer. She'll chip it down into the Blue zone. Blues pick that up out of their near side corner. They'll take it back behind the net. Looking for the long pass out to center. It connects. And the Blues will just chip that into the TC zone and go for the change. Egan has time for the breakout. Loses it in the puddle of water back behind the net. A dead stop on that puck. Blues take advantage and get back control deep inside the TC zone. Egan is going to pick up a penalty here on that exchange with the Blues player back behind the TC goal line. Delayed penalty here for Team Colorado. Kelly touches up. And Egan's going to get an extra 2-minute rest here to start off the second period. Hooking will be the call with 13:45 left to go here in the second period. Holding, not hooking, holding. Egan will sit for 2. TC on the penalty kill. Riedlinger and Pugh on the back end. Chafetz-Chase and Walsh up front. Face off to the left of Samora. Tied up off the dot, St. Louis takes it. They'll back it up to their blue line. Working it over here to the near side. Now from the high slot, shot fired. Blocker save made by Samora. St. Louis gets back control. Pass it across to the far side board, now up top. St. Louis working with an umbrella formation. Now loose puck out front, deflected by traffic. Didn't make it through to Samora. Battle for it in the far side corner with Pugh. St. Louis gets it back up top. Now over to the left side. St. Louis with all kinds of patience, working on their pass. Now over to the far side board. Backhand shovel towards the net, goes across Chafetz-Chase, trying to chip that out to center. St. Louis still maintains possession inside the TC zone. 1 minute gone on the penalty to Egan. Shot in on Samora, save made, and she's going to hold on for the whistle. In Egan's minor penalty for holding. Face off to the left of Samora once more. Rieken and Visa on back end. Deckers and Brennick up front. St. Louis wins that face-off. Almost deflected there by Brennick. One thrown in on net, save made by Samora. And Deckers able to clear that out and down the length of the ice. St. Louis collects that back behind their own net. St. Louis getting set up for their breakout. Coming up the pass here on the near side. They'll move across to the far side, working through center. Into the TC zone on the right side. Pass to the middle. Shot. And into the breadbasket of Samora, and held for the whistle. 17 seconds remaining on the minor penalty to Egan. Face off once more to the left of Samora. Brennick set for the draw. This time wins it over to Visa. Visa trying to chip that out. Sets it up for Brennick. Brennick's going to float that one down into the St. Louis zone. And that should be it for the penalty to Egan. Puck hops over Visa's stick. Rican collects it, sends it across to Deckers. Deckers trying to get it deep inside the St. Louis zone. Picked off there right in the middle. Masiello trying to catch it on the back check. Rican now, 14 Colorado. Connects the pass over to Deckers here on the near side board. Deckers trying to chip that through center. Couldn't quite get enough on it. St. Louis will dump that back down deep into the TC zone. Rican collects it back behind Samora. Short pass to Visa. She'll leave it for Deckers. St. Louis collects it right at the blue line. Almost picked off there by Deckers. Visa sends it back up the strong side to Deckers. Now, short pass up to Masiello. Lila Masiello working into the St. Louis zone on the right side. Stopped short on the sideboard. St. Louis now back to work in the TC zone here on the near side. Shot deflected up high over Samora. St. Louis back behind the TC net with some room. Right off the near side pull. Quick shot. Save made by Samora from the sharp angle. Now St. John Pupin able to chip that out to center. Puck collected by St. Louis. Connecting pass back into the TC zone, cutting across to the middle. Pass attempt deflected off the skate right in on Samora, forced to make the save. And now Visa gets it over to Choi. Choi's got some room over the left side. She'll chip it down deep into the TC zone. St. Louis with some time on the TC change. Connecting a pass there on the near side board. Now into the middle. Wiedmeyer almost with the steal. Sherman dumps it down deep into the St. Louis zone. Wiedmeyer in on the forecheck. St. Louis trying to clear it out to center. They'll get it out. Sherman collects that. Short pass up to Kelly. Kelly trying to chip that to Wiedmeyer, but a step offside. And we'll have a face-off right in front of the TC bench. 9:50 left to go here in the second period. Team Colorado still sitting on a 2-1 lead over the St. Louis Lady Blues in Game 3 of the Minnesota NIT Showcase here in Blaine, Minnesota at the National Sports Center. Kelly wins that face-off back to Huang. Pushed down deep into the St. Louis zone by Sherman. Kelly in on the forecheck. St. Louis breakout disrupted there by Wiedmeyer. Wiedmeyer trying to get through the final pair of skates from the St. Louis player, unable, and St. Louis able to clear. Egan for Team Colorado being pressured back inside the TC zone. Sends a pass up the middle, stolen there by St. Louis, and they're back into the TC zone here on the left side. Egan forcing the play outside to the corner. Walsh battling for it out of the corner. From the near side board, they'll chip it back down towards the corner. Trying to peel across the top of the circle. Shot sent out front, deflected by St. Louis player, but blocked. Now chipped over into the far side corner. Egan scoops it up for Team Colorado. Sends it up. Now Wiedmeyer will get that chipped out to center. St. Louis will troll back inside their own zone, looking for the breakout pass to center. It's stolen there by Belina Huang. From the left side, Huang backs it up to Mainwaring with a shot deflected just wide. Now Chopkins Chase trying to keep that alive inside the zone, get some help from Riedlinger. St. Louis takes that dumping attempt. Now Chopkins Chase picks off a pass. Goes back towards the near side board. Now open lane for Walsh. Couldn't quite keep a handle on it. Now picked up by Chopkins Chase once more. Shot deflected just wide left. Mainwaring now. Chopkins Chase out front. Riedlinger fires a quick one just wide left. Had Walsh out front looking for the deflection. St. Louis able to clear, and that'll go 200 feet for an icing call with 7:52 left to go here in the first period, or second period. Face off back down in the St. Louis zone to the right of their puck stopper. Masiello, Brennick, and Deckers up front for Team Colorado. Face off one back to Riedlinger. Riedlinger shot attempt blocked. She'll have to back it up and regroup out at center. She'll send it back down into the St. Louis zone. The Blues are collected in their near side corner, sending it around to the far side, picked off there by Lauren Deckers. Now back behind the goal line. St. Louis sends it over to the near side corner. Brennick gets some help from Masiello. Up top to Pugh. Pugh's shot hits a St. Louis leg, deflected off into the far side corner. Deckers pitchforks a St. Louis player. No call on that one. Now back up top to Pugh. Pugh's advanced, broken up there by St. Louis. Masiello keeps it alive over on the near side board. Shovel towards the front of the net. Brennick had a chance, but a stick lift by St. Louis kept that out of trouble. Now St. Louis connecting pass out the center. They'll dump it down deep into the TC zone. First forechecker in for St. Louis. Picks it up in the near side corner. Stopped short there by Pugh. Now picked up by Masiello. Brennick chips that out to center. St. Louis will have to regroup back inside their own zone. With some speed into the TC zone on the right side. St. Louis player now back behind Samora. Drops it there in the near side corner. Pugh picks that up, moves it to Riedlinger. Short pass up to Deckers. Good deflection there by Lauren Deckers. St. Louis able to maintain the zone. Picked up by Riedlinger. Has it stolen off her stick. Deckers going to fire that around to the near side. Brennick trying to battle for that. Picked up by Pugh. Moves it over to Riedlinger on the far side. Riedlinger's going to just send it 200 feet to relieve the pressure. And icing is the call. .603 left to go in a quick second period here. TC still on top by a score of 2-1 over the St. Louis Lady Blues. Face-off will be to the left of Samora. Kelly, Sangchuk Pupin, and Choi out for Team Colorado. Visa and Rieken on the back end. Rieken with possession back behind Samora. Moves it up to Sangchuk Pupin. Deflected out to center. Regrouped by St. Louis. Rieken will scoop that up on the near side board inside the TC zone. Off the backboard to Visa. Visa takes it back behind. Samora sends it up to Sangchuk Pupin. Kept alive inside the zone by the Blues. Now back behind the net once more, floating over to the near side corner. Sangchuk Pupin gets some help from Visa. Kept alive just inside the blue line by the Blues. And battle for it here on the near side board. Kelly comes away with that loose puck. Sends it across to Rieken. Rieken backs it up to Visa. Just out of reach, Visa couldn't quite handle that pass. Now picks up the loose one from St. Louis on the sideboard. Gets it up to Rose Sangchuk Pupin. Across to Visa. Visa with a chance. Shot! Toe save made by St. Louis. That puck had eyes, but not quite past the toe of the St. Louis goaltender. St. Louis relieving the pressure now from their end. Will have an icing call that'll bring a face-off back inside their zone with 4:54 left to go here in the second period. Face-off will be to the right of the Blues puck stopper. Walsh face-off for Team Colorado. Wins that back to get a shot off. Wong and his Blues player come together on that one. Walsh trying to keep that pinned inside the St. Louis zone. This time, short pass Wong to Walsh. Walsh with a shot. Loose puck down. Wong with a chance. Now Egan with another shot. Blocked by a St. Louis player out front. And cleared back down into the TC zone. A couple good solid chances for Team Colorado on that quick exchange. Egan now for TC working away into the St. Louis zone, but a step offside will halt that advance. Masiello, Chaffetz Chase, and Mainwaring out now for Team Colorado with Riedlinger and Pugh. Masiello with a draw just outside the St. Louis zone, wins that over to Chaffetz Chase. Nice little dance from Chaffetz Chase. Shot! Huge rebound attempt. Couldn't quite get handled by Mainwaring from that left side. TC on the attack. Stopped out at center by Riedlinger on the clearing attempt. Mainwaring's going to chip that down into the Blues zone. Now from the near side corner, Chaffetz Chase working with Masiello. Loose puck picked up by St. Louis. And now they're on the move back into the TC zone. Taken there by Riedlinger. Traps it up in the far side corner. Picked off there by St. Louis. Now working their way out to the slot. Shot! Save made by Samora, and a rebound picked up. Now another one in on net, and a glove save made by the showstopper and held for the whistle. St. Louis returning an equal scoring opportunity with 3:32 left to go in the second period. Team Colorado with a fragile 1-goal lead as we wind down the second. Kelly with the faceoff for Team Colorado, won by St. Louis back to their point. Rieken out of the far side corner, now gets some help from Kelly. Visa looking for the short pass up to Brennick, holds it in the corner. Now Visa goes cross eyes to Deckers. Deckers looking for that connecting pass out of the center, picked off there by St. Louis. They'll regroup back inside their own zone. Now Brennick has it once more out at center, working her way into the St. Louis zone, puts one in on net, and the Blues goaltender holds on for the whistle. Face-off will be to the right side of the Blues goaltender. Walsh, Chotvics, Chase, and Mainwaring back out for Team Colorado. Visa and Rieken on the point. St. Louis with the face-off one, pushing it out to center. Chotvics, Chase gets a handle on that. Good play there by Chotvics, Chase to stop that advance. And she's on the move with some speed in the St. Louis zone from the right side. Couldn't quite get around that last Blues defender. Now out of the far side corner, Mainwaring trying to pin that up. Get some help from Visa. St. Louis now, with renewed momentum, gets it back out to center ice. Rieken stick knocked out of her hand. Walsh now has Chotvics Chase here on the right side. Chotvics Chase couldn't quite handle that. Got chopped up in her skates, putting Egan a step on the wrong side of the blue line, offside the call. They're going to move this all the way back into the TC zone on the offside call and calling it intentional offside. Walsh with the face-off to the right of Samora. Dangerous float across the goal mouth there. Wong able to chip that up to Mainwaring. Mainwaring moves that out to center. Blues trying to push back into the TC zone. Egan with it just inside the TC blue line, picked off there by the Blues. Now Egan gets that back across to Mainwaring from the left side. Mainwaring's got some move, moving into the St. Louis zone. That's towards the middle. Fires a quick shot, save made by the St. Louis goaltender. Now Huang down deep to help. Kicks it to Chotvics Chase behind the goal. St. Louis with the steal. Mainwaring trying to pin that up now in the near side corner. Battling two Blues players. Three Blues players in the corner battling for that loose puck. Chotvics Chase comes in to help. Blues come away with it. Chipped out to center for Egan. Short pass to Walsh. Walsh is going to fire that down deep into the St. Louis zone. TC going for the change. Blues with some room. They'll connect the pass here on the left side into the TC zone. Riedlinger. Shot fired from afar right into the chest of Samora. And she'll hold on for the whistle. 1 minute, 11 seconds left to go in the second. Still a 1-goal lead, 2-1 for Team Colorado over the Lady Blues. Face off to the right of Samora. Kelly, Wiedemeyer, and Sherman looking to finish off the second period here. Pugh, along with Riedlinger on the back end. Pugh's got it behind the TC net, comes out, kind of fans on that pass attempt. Blues taking advantage, trying to get it pinned up in the near side corner. Puck squirts out to center and down into the Blues zone, giving up that space. Kelly now trying to pressure the forecheck. Blues get that back down into the TC zone on the wrong side of the red line. Icing is the call. 42.3 seconds now left in the second period. We'll have a face-off deep in the blue zone to the left of their puck stopper. Sherman, Kelly, and Wiedemeyer still 14 Colorado. Pugh and Visa now 14 Colorado. Blues win that face-off. They connect some passes, moving out to center. Wiedemeyer breaks up that advance, gets it up to Kelly. Kelly goes across looking for Sherman. Couldn't quite connect on that. Sherman picks it up off the sideboard, up right out front to Kelly. Deflected just wide. Great look by Sherman to find Kelly out front. It's just deflected wide. Now, Blues coming back threatening in the TC zone here in the waning seconds of the second period. Save forced by Samora. The Blues working out of the far side corner. Pinned up there by Kelly. Who steps in to help, and that'll do it for the second period. No additional goals added. TC still maintains the 1-goal lead as we look to the third to settle this third game here in Minnesota. Coach Locks has the ladies fired up. We're ready to finish this one here in the third period. We'll start with Lila Masiello, Bella Choi, Rose Sangchong Krupen with Reagan Reekin, Emily Visa on the back end, and Samora back between the pipes to my right. Off here tied up right off the dot. St. Louis will take possession. Trying to connect the pass over the far side, picked off there by Visa. From the right side, shot deflected up high over the Blues net. Choi battling for it out of the corner, gets some help from Masiello. Blues come away with that, and now they're back to work towards the TC zone. Sent in on some more. She'll deflect that shot back to the backside. Center out to the near side boards. Choi trying to chip that past the Blues defense. Now taking hard into the boards. And no call on that play. But that one will go. Sangchong Pupin out of the near side corner is going to get a tripping call. Never mind the body check right in front of us. Rose Sangchong Pupin comes up on the short end, and that will sit for two on a tripping call inside the Blues zone, putting TC on the PK to start the third period. Face-off will be to the left of Samora. Won by Kelly, pushed back into the corner. Huang for TC, tries to move that up to Kelly. St. Louis maintains the zone. Now Huang picks that up once more, and she'll shovel a backhand all the way down the length of the ice. Decker's out there with Kelly as well. Huang and Riedlinger to kill this off. Blues working it back and forth deep inside their own zone. They'll connect a long pass up on the far side. Working back into the TC zone. They'll dump it deep down in Team Colorado's right side. Kelly digging for that puck along with Huang. Battling two Blues players. Strong work by Huang to keep that tied up. Now pass up top for St. Louis. Good play there by Lena Kelly. Breaks that up and pushes it out to center. Blues trying to quickly transition back into the TC zone. There, good stick by Huang to break that up once more. Couldn't quite get it cleared out. Blues maintain the zone. Now Riedlinger trying to pressure the St. Louis player, keep it to the outside. Back up top now for their point. Shot fired in on net, deflected wide off a body. Didn't make its way to the net. Now from up top, picked off by Deckers and was tripped up on the play. We're going to say the blue line tripped her up. Now TC going for a quick change for some fresh legs. Walsh finds that, turns and fires it down into the St. Louis zone. 30 seconds left to go in the minor penalty to Sangchong Pupin. From the far side. Walsh along with Brennick able to break up that advance by St. Louis. Walsh throws a short pass up to Brennick. She'll chip it down deep into the St. Louis zone. St. Louis collects that back behind their own net. Now could a pass up here on the right side. Too hot to handle. Rican trying to chip that back out to center. Team Colorado now back to full strength and then a successful penalty kill. Now Rican with it in the far side, near side corner. Sends a long one up for Chotvics Chase. Has some room from the left side. Shot scores by Chotvics Chase. Goes up top on the short side from the long pass from Reagan Rican. And that's number 2 for Chotvics Chase, giving TC a 3rd goal and a 2-goal lead. Fresh off the penalty kill. Team Colorado with a little insurance on the lead now. Albeit the most dangerous lead in hockey, 2 goals. Keep the pressure on TC, let's go. Masiello, Mainwaring, and Chotvics Chase for Team Colorado. Maya Chotvics Chase comes away with that, pushing into the St. Louis zone. Out of the corner. Now Mainwaring looking to break that up over on the far side. Egan turns that around, fires that back down. Icing waved off. Ruled touch by St. Louis. They'll pick it up deep inside their zone. Pass picked off there by Lena Huang. Now Masiello looking for the shot, blocked by St. Louis. Masiello out of the corner. Shovels a pass up towards Egan. Bouncing puck. Couldn't be controlled by Egan. She's got to back him all the way to the TC zone. Banks it off the boards to Sherman. Sherman's pass picked off there by St. Louis and dumped back down into the TC zone. Egan scoops it up back behind Samora. Connects the pass to Wiedemeyer. Broken up there by St. Louis, and they'll get it back down into the TC zone. Egan scoops that up back behind Samora. Runs into some forecheck trouble there from St. Louis. Wiedemeyer looking to pick that off. St. Louis keeps it alive deep inside the TC zone. Now sent out front, right across the crease from the corner. Nobody there for St. Louis, fortunately. St. Louis again keeps that deep in the TC zone. Long now sidesteps 2 or 3 St. Louis players, now on the move through center. Working into the St. Louis zone. Takes a shot deflected just off a leg. Looking for that cross shot. Now Wiedemeyer from afar. Save made by the St. Louis goaltender. Made its way just behind her. Fortunately found it and held for the whistle. .15 left to go here in the 3rd period. Didn't change the period number on me. Faceoff will be deep inside the St. Louis zone to the left of their netminder. Kelly, Sherman, and Wiedemeyer go to work for Team TC. Pugh now with it from the right side point. Shot in on net, blocker save made by the St. Louis goaltender, Riedlinger. Trying to push that down deeper in the St. Louis zone. Broken up there by pressure from St. Louis. Now an open chance for St. Louis. Rolling puck shot high. Not sure if Samora got a piece of that. Nonetheless, TC stays out of trouble. Now we got a delayed penalty call against St. Louis. A body checking call will put St. Louis on the penalty kill and Team Colorado on the power play. As I believe it was Wiedemeyer took the brunt of that body contact from St. Louis. We got a power play opportunity for Team Colorado. Walsh, Kelly, Chotvics Chase, Pugh, and Visa out for Team Colorado on the power play. Face off to the right of the St. Louis puck stopper, tied up, now taken by Pugh. Up top to Visa. Back down to Pugh on the sideboard. Pugh going across, looking for Chotvics Chase. Got a shot off. Not quite on target. Now Pugh from the left side fires a shot, loose puck out front. Cleared out of danger by St. Louis. Pugh working hard to keep that alive inside the St. Louis zone. TC will have to back it up and regroup. Visa up to Chotvics Chase. Now to Walsh. Walsh looking for Kelly out front. Couldn't quite connect. St. Louis breaks that one up. Now St. Louis pushing out to center. Good stick there by Visa. Breaks up that advance. St. Louis still in possession inside the TC zone. Now Visa out of the far side corner. Tries to turn that back around. Hits the skate of the referee in the corner. He's looking for that pass to the sideboard. Quick little shot from St. Louis. Turned aside by Samora. Now Pugh sends it back around the TC net. Team Colorado looking to re-establish possession. Pugh now connecting with Walsh inside the TC zone. A little off balance. St. Louis with the puck, threatening towards the net, turned aside there by Samora. The bodies flying everywhere here on this power play for Team Colorado, getting pinned up in their own end. Walsh now gets it settled now, makes contact with Cece. Maya Chopvik's chase from the right side. Chopvik's chase taken into the boards, and now that'll take another penalty for St. Louis. Another body checking penalty will give Team Colorado 17 seconds of a two-player advantage. And we'll have a face-off deep inside the St. Louis zone. Second power play unit for Team Colorado. Let's see if they can get it done here. Another two-player advantage, second time in this tournament. Masiello, Mainwaring, and Wiedenmeyer up front for Team Colorado. Face-off, a little too hot to handle. Egan and Wong on the back end. Egan picks it up the center, connects with Wiedenmeyer here on the near side. Wiedenmeyer across to Wong, down to Egan. Egan's shot fired, tipped by Mainwaring out front, just wide. Masiello back up top to Egan. Back to Masiello on the left side, across now. Shot from Wong on the sharp angle, and a save made by the Blues goaltender and held for the whistle. One penalty expired for St. Louis, now a 5-on-4 advantage for Team Colorado. Masiello back in for the face-off to the left of the St. Louis puck stopper. Chipped over to the sideboard for Wong, up top to Egan. Egan fires a quick one towards the net. Mainwaring trying to shovel a backhand on net. Just short now, Mainwaring with it. Fires a quick high one. Just got a piece of it. The St. Louis goaltender with a blocker. Mainwaring looking for that top corner. Now quick pass out to Wiedenmeyer. Shot in on net, a save made and held by the Blues goaltender. Another face-off to the left of the Blues netminder. 1:14 left to go on the power play for Team Colorado. Walsh, Kelly, and Chopvik Chase back out for TC. Pugh and Visa up top. St. Louis takes possession of that face-off. They'll send it back around behind their net. Chipping it back up the far side board. It'll float out to Visa. Visa down for Chopvik's Chase. Chopvik's Chase bobbles it a little bit, gets it back to Visa. And now Kelly ruled in the crease will bring the face-off outside. Unfortunate call for Team Colorado as they were just getting set up inside the St. Louis zone. Kelly with the draw for TC. Pugh picks that up for Team Colorado, works her way into the St. Louis zone, stops it short on the sideboard, across to Visa. Visa now with a shot, and on net, save made by the St. Louis goaltender. Chopvik's Chase with it back behind the St. Louis net, goes back up top to Visa, across to Pugh. Pugh from the left side. Now searching, fires a high one, scores! Selena Pugh, power play goal! What a shot from Selena Pugh. She had peeled back toward the sideboard, giving herself some more room. St. Louis gave her a shooting lane, and she buries TC's fourth goal. A power play marker with 6:39 left to go here in the third period. Selena with that rocket of a shot. Created some space, and it paid off. Masiello, Choi, and Sang-Chung Pupin now out for Team Colorado. Visa and Rican on the back end. Masiello with the puck, gets it to Sang-Chung Pukeng, dumped down deep into the Blues zone. Good play there by Sang-Chung Pukeng, breaks it up back behind the St. Louis net, shovels a pass out front, couldn't quite connect. And now kept alive by Visa inside the St. Louis zone. She punches it deep down into the far side corner. St. Louis now connect a pass over on that far side board. Stops short there, Masiello. Trying to work it back into the Blues zone. Collected back by the Blues. Visa picks off that dumping attempt. Backs it up for Rican. Rican looking for Choi. St. Louis forces that back into the TC zone. From the right side, St. Louis will send that around to the far side board. Sang-Chung Pukeng will get there first, pushes it out to center. Stops short in front of the TC bench. Now loose puck scooped up. Oh, Choi overskates the puck. And now St. Louis gets it back down deeper into the TC zone. Visa from the far side corner. Dances around a couple of St. Louis players. Now creates some room for Brennick. Brennick into the St. Louis zone. Misses the shot on that one. Visa keeps it alive inside the St. Louis zone. Now Brennick gets it back. Chip shot right in on the St. Louis goaltender and a save made. Brennick looking for her second against her former team. Will settle for a face-off deep inside the St. Louis zone to the left of their puck stopper. Deckers, Walsh, and Brennick with Riedlinger and Pugh. Brennick takes that loose puck, sends it around back behind these Blues net. Deckers in the near side corner, gets some help from Brennick. Brennick and Deckers working together here in the near side corner. St. Louis finally frees that puck. Riedlinger steps up into it, keeps it alive. Brennick trying to chip one, stick tied up, gets tossed around. The St. Louis goaltender finds it and holds it for the whistle. .447 left to go here in the third period. Face-off will come outside the zone. That will be pushed off by the TC pressure. 3-goal lead for Team Colorado. Kelly, Sherman, and Wiedemeyer now for TC. Hugh picks it up over on the delayed penalty call against St. Louis. Lena Kelly took a stick to the head right in front of us, and a high sticking call will put TC back on the power play. Good composure from Lena Kelly taking that stick to the head. Faceoff will be deep inside the St. Louis zone with 4:36 left to go in the third. Masiello, Sherman, and Wiedemeyer will take the power play here. Pass to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer looking for a shot. Couldn't quite get one on. Masiello, stick check there by St. Louis. Wiedemeyer picks it up out of the corner. Pass up to Huang up top. Huang with the shot right in on St. Louis puck stopper and held for the whistle. 15 seconds gone in the power play. Face-off will be to the left of the Blues puck stopper. Masiello with the face-off. Wins it back to Egan. Egan fires a quick low one, hits traffic out front, couldn't make its way through. Now Masiello backing a pass to Wiedemeyer. Out of the corner, Wiedemeyer looking for the shot, deflected off a leg of the Blues player out front. Now Egan feeds it to Huang. Huang's pass across to Masiello. Masiello from the angle, fires a high one just over the net. And that'll make its way all the way out to center ice. Egan, 14 Colorado, connects with Huang. Huang runs into some trouble. St. Louis picks that up. Sherman almost hauling down the St. Louis player. Careful on that one. Picked up by Finley Sherman. Drop pass to Wiedemeyer. Moving across towards the middle. Wiedemeyer drops it for Huang. Huang's got a lane. Fires one. Save made by the St. Louis goaltender. 50 seconds left in the power play. Quick pass out to Walsh from Wiedemeyer. Deflected it just wide. Now Walsh working back in the corner. Gets it to Visa. Visa shot. Save made by St. Louis. Up off the glass, but into the St. Louis bench for a stoppage in play, and we'll have a face-off deep in the St. Louis zone to the left of their puck stopper. Kelly, Chafix, Chase, and Walsh with Visa and Pugh will finish off the power play for Team Colorado. Kelly tries to feed a pass back up top, intercepted there by St. Louis. They'll get it chipped out to center. Into the TC zone, shot from afar, turned aside by Samora. Now Visa, battling the St. Louis player in the far side corner. Comes away with that loose puck. Looking for Kelly, rule deflected off a stick. No icing on the play. Deep inside the St. Louis zone on the far side corner. They'll clear out to center. St. Louis back to full strength. Pugh takes a pass from Visa. She'll work it back into the St. Louis zone. PC going for the change. Chocolate Chase all alone down in the St. Louis zone. Has it trapped up against the far side board. St. Louis works that free. Kept alive by Mainwaring. She'll send it down deep in the blue zone. Now Choi trying to pick that off in the corner. St. Louis still with possession. Now Choi, it does intercept. Gets it to Mainwaring. Up top for Huang. Huang tries to punch that down deeper. Now from the slot, Choi with a chance. Shot in on net and a save made by the Blues goaltender. Mainwaring, Choi, and Sang-Chung Pupin for Team Colorado. Mainwaring will take the draw. 2:03 left on the clock here in the third. St. Louis sends that back behind their own net. Sang-Chung Pupin from the far side corner. St. Louis gets the breakout out to center. They'll send it down the length of the ice. Icing waved off. St. Louis there first. Up top for the point. Shot from afar, sent wide. Now Huang moves it up to Choi. Choi couldn't quite get a stick on that one. Sang-Chung Pupin also struggling to get that outside at center. Choi now picks up the loose puck on the near side board, gets it to Mainwaring. Mainwaring will send it across to Egan. Egan working into the St. Louis zone. Shot from afar, right into the red basket of the St. Louis netminder and held for the whistle. 1:15 left to go here in the third period. 4-1 lead for Team Colorado over the St. Louis Lady Blues. Masiello, Deckers, and Brennick now for Team Colorado. Rican and Visa on the back end. St. Louis takes possession of that face-off. Over on the far side board, trying to work it out to center. Stopped short there by Masiello. Now kicked out to center. Visa will back it up out to the red line. Stopped up in front of the timekeeper's box. Brennick now gets some help from Masiello. Brennick absolutely mauled on the boards over there. While Masiello is working it down low, St. Louis takes back possession. Through center, back into the TC zone, gets around Rican from the sharp angle shot on the right side. Rebound attempt. 2 saves made by Samora. He's able to clear that puck, and Deckers will get that out of trouble down into the St. Louis zone. Not enough steam for an icing call. St. Louis forced to recover back inside their own zone. Pressure from Brennick. Now St. Louis connects a pass up here on the near side. Rican overpowering the St. Louis player. Now Sherman chasing it down inside the St. Louis zone. TC will stop that up over on the near far side board. Now from the right side, a quick shot fired by Wiedemeyer, and that'll do it. Team Colorado finally finds the scoring touch. Pots 4 in a 4-1 victory over the St. Louis Lady Blues here in Game 3 of the Minnesota NIT Showcase. Good to see them get the monkey off their back on a lack of scoring in the first 2 games yesterday. And now some well-deserved rest. It's just a single game today for Team Colorado. But do join us tomorrow morning as we face off against the Milwaukee Junior Admirals at 10:20 Central Time for the final game here at the NIT Showcase before hopping the long flight back home. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.